Off the bench with RASI Sports.
Hello and welcome to another episode of the Off the Bench podcast with RASI Sports. I'm your host, Ronald Brown. Also here with my co-host, Coach Ron Brown.
Hey, what's
Coach
going on?
Ian and Bianca, how you guys doing today?
Doing well. How's
Doing
everybody?
good.
Everybody's doing good. All right, so today we're going to be speaking about, it's going to be our open mic episode where we speak about why each of us are doing this podcast and more about our life and everything else. How you guys? Okay.
Oh
Who
yeah.
wants-
I'm
Well,
ready.
I guess so. Ronald, so tell us a little bit about yourself. Tell us a little bit what RASI Sports means to you, brother.
So RASI Sports means to me a lot because RASI is the initials of my family. My name, Ronald, AJ, and the S is for Ciara and Isaiah. So that's my family. That's something important regarding there. But basically, that's the great thing about that. Also, RASI Sports means a lot because it helps me speak to the community about basketball and how it helps parents learn more about sports because a lot of parents have a hard time with like coaches and everything. So this gives a lot of information to them. It also gives a lot of information to the players, which when I was younger, I really didn't get a lot of the information from like the higher tier coaches and other coaches that we had on the podcast. It taught us a lot of information. It taught us a lot of information that I didn't really.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I thought it
I didn't know that RASI stands for names. That's so cool.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna edit that out.
You said what?
I'm gonna edit that out.
I didn't end that out. Hey, listen. Oh, now we learned something. That's what's up.
Sorry.
Nah, well, you don't apologize to this dude. Come on.
I just messing around.
Come on, Bianca, be yourself, girl. I know I seen you at work, so
I was
we
like,
good.
wait, should I have not said that? I don't know.
What do you mean? Hey, whatever's on your mind, you speak. You know?
That's what I do.
Good. That's right. We're not editing any of this. All of this is going to be in there.
Oh man.
Oh man, you did all right. Mine's is worse.
Hey, this is what open mic is about. That's getting together, just getting to know each other a little bit more.
Chopping it up.
That's it. So I guess everybody wants to know where you coming from, Bianca. Like, what's your background?
Well, it all started when I was 5 years old. So I'm just kidding.
Right.
As you can tell, I'm a Northerner and the accent just never leaves me. But I've been in Florida over 10 years. I moved here to give my daughter a better life. And I did that. I think that I accomplished by giving her that suburban lifestyle, but still taking her back home and exposing her to that type of environment just to offset. And because you gotta sprinkle a little some of that in there, you know what I'm saying? You gotta give them that street smart. The only way they get it is to throw them in there. So we've traveled up north frequently, but the life that I'm cultivating for her or have cultivated up until this point is just to expose her to different environments, different opportunities, and let her know that any type of lifestyle that she wants is attainable. And so that's what led me to where I'm at. And I did sports in high school. I didn't do sports too much in middle school because I was moving a lot. But in high school, I did do track. I played basketball for fun, like street ball. I played volleyball. I did cheerleading. Don't come for me, okay? Because I know street ball is a whole different.
Nah, good. Hey, I'm from Brooklyn.
But I was very much athletic, and I'm happy that she's able to excel in sports and academically for that reason. Like, I think that that's a great character builder. And I guess the purpose of me joining this amazing team is because I want to showcase everything that I am and just work with the community to let them know that the same thing that I've been teaching my daughters, that like, we're not limited. Networking is essential for growth. And so in order for you to do that, you have to put yourself in positions where you might be uncomfortable or you think that you're in a room full of people who don't know somebody, but they do, because all you have to do is talk. And so I'm just grateful to be a part of this and to hopefully expand on what I'm looking to achieve in the community.
Okay. Well, I got one more question. What did you run in track?
I ran the 400, the 800, and I did both relays.
Distance. Oh, my daughter ran the 400.
You ran the 400?
No, I mean my daughter. Oh no, I mean, I'm sure distance.
Oh no, Keem, you ran the
Oh,
400?
Keem, oh, I was gonna say.
Yes,
No,
I ran the 400.
What was your time?
slow.
That's all right.
Not that
Take your
good.
time.
I had to be like 54.
Okay, that's good. The kids in my school were running 47s.
I didn't say I came first.
No, I didn't come first either. The girls what I was running with were running like 58s. I ran a 105.
yeah.
So
Oh, wait a minute. I think didn't you run track too now?
Absolutely.
oh, he didn't want to talk about it. He was holding back. Go ahead, tell us about it.
Oh no, I don't mind talking about it. I was a high hurdler and a intermediate hurdler. I was also a long jumper, a triple jumper. Like if they needed me on the relay, I could do that too. I was all over the place. I was fairly I guess blessed with the gift of just picking up what the coaches were putting down, and so which reflects my reason for being here. I want to make the sports environment better than it is when I came to it. I want to make players better than they came to me, so that when they go to the next coach, their job is just a tad bit easier. I think the ability to articulate and communicate to this younger generation is something that not everybody knows how to do.
I agree.
And I think I have the ability to kind of touch some of the young minds, so I like the feeling of seeing them get them aha moments and get moments of growth that make me feel like, okay, well, everything that I'm doing is not in vain.
Right.
I feel like being
how did you
able
leave
to
with it?
I feel like being able to speak to the youth like in this generation is definitely a skill. So you saying that lets me know that you're in it for the right reasons. And that's good.
I think part of it is we as, I guess, as the elder generation, as the elder statesmen, we have to understand that once upon a time, we were young, we were inexperienced, we were immature. We didn't understand that listening was a skill.
Right.
And so if we can pass those type of things on to kids and help these parents understand that, hey, listen, not only are these kids being watched, but guess what? You're being watched as well.
Right.
Your behavior can wreck your kids' opportunity. The ability to share these type of things with the parents and with players, I just like trying to help give people like a light to shine on the road. So
right.
I'm just looking to do my part to help as many folks as possible pour into these kids, because it's a cliche at this point right now, but the kids are the future. If we don't learn how to correctly pour into them, we'll be talking about why they do this and why we do that, trying to blame them instead of looking at the trees that they come from.
So I'm fairly new to the podcast, right? So I'm not up to speed with what everyone does. Can you tell me, Coach T, like what is it? How do you coach like for a school? Do you train part-time? Like
well, right now, I guess I'm more of a part-time trainer. I just switched careers, so paying for this mortgage takes a little priority every now and again. But
right.
My I guess the wheelhouse that I'm in, I'm that fundamentals guy. I'm the guy that's going to help these kids understand your footwork does matter. What hand you use to lay the ball up does matter. How you're communicating with referees and coaches, yes, it does matter. I'm that guy, and I don't try to shine the light on them to bust them down or make them feel bad. But look, listen, we're a team. We're all trying to move in a certain direction, and this is how we're going to interpret what we see and how we move out here. You know,
right.
and anything else is uncivilized.
No, right.
Oh, yeah. Just to piggyback off what you were saying about what you're doing and why you're doing it, T, it's just as important to educate the parents. And that's one of the reasons why I'm so passionate on giving the information out to parents. My story, which is funny because I do everything basketball now, but I grew up playing football. I played football for a good 10 years, all the way through my senior year of high school until I moved out to Florida. But the information that I give off to parents now, I wish my parents had it back then, because then, I could have been somewhere else prior in my career versus going to school and not listening to the coach and stuff like that, doing what I'm supposed to have done, and get my body right and stuff like that. So RASI Sports to me is a place where we can sit there and get professionals on here to give information, to give the parents more or less a guidance, a pathway to try to help their student, their kid, their child to better themselves in whatever path they decide they want to take, whatever sport it is, because information is very important. And I just wish that my parents had that for me back then. So now with all the experience that I have, all the people that I've met, I want them to come here, our platform, to express their experiences and their knowledge. So we not just everyone else, but us too. Because we all here, we have kids. Keem, you have the youngest of all, well, Ronald has the youngest now. But all the conversations we have, I hope you guys are taking notes and putting it somewhere to where you can actually help build up your kids' future. As like you
That's
said, so like you said, you're the newbie, so you don't know like what T and I, we've met at the YMCA T back in what 2007, something like that. It was around that time, seven.
That would give my kids about 4 or 5 years, 4 or 5 years old.
Right.
See, all right.
And like you said, it was about making sure the kids were learning proper way. Because you have so many coaches out there, and you probably can attest to this, Bianca, with football, but you have coaches out there that's in it for the wrong reason,
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
That's been a discussion on social platforms. Actually just had a call with someone today, and they were a little bothered about a situation where a player plays on multiple teams, and one coach was getting jealous because they committed to one team and they wanted them on their team for the tournament. And it's just like, at the end of the day, it should be at the discretion of the player, because your job as a coach is, yes, let me back up, because I understand commitment, but with communication, at the end of the day, your job as a coach is to give to that player, whether it
Right.
be building the fundamentals, building their mental, assisting with their IQ, learning routes, or studying the game, or whatever. Like, your job as a coach is to make them better at their game, and whatever that looks like.
Right.
So your strong suit is to be deposited into that player, and then they take that to the field and you clap and say, I did my job. Like, that's what it should be about in my mind. But some are doing it for a paycheck, some are doing it for recognition, some are doing it because they want, the accolades, like, oh, she made it this far, now look at where I took her. And so I guess that
Right.
falls on the recognition. But I think that that's where you and I connected, Ron, where I feel like there's a lot of parents who aren't as informed. And once I
Exactly.
knew my daughter wanted to, like, go full on flag football, I'm psychotic. I started following all the colleges, all the good players, all the good coaches that have been at different levels, that not only train here but train in other states. And I told her, I'm like, there's so many different avenues for you to get to the Olympics. In fact, we had this talk the other day, and I'm like, you don't, for anyone who's listening, the USA team is not the only way for you to make it to the Olympics. And I think that some of the girls have figured this out already, if they're doing their research, if they're studying players, coaches, and things like that, they're finding a way. But for those who don't know, they're like gun ho, I got to make USA team, and that's wonderful. I hope that whoever does have that dream can achieve that dream. But if your goal is to make it to the Olympics, there are different avenues, and you just have to do the research, but you got to do the work too. Don't do the research, get in front of this person that could get you there, and then not have the work ethic, not have the discipline,
exactly.
not have the proper training, not having the proper nutrition, the correct mental. Because once you hit that stage, they're going to be like, man, this is the person I gave an opportunity to. And you definitely don't want that. Right. So I say all that to say that, yes, I'm here because I guess for me, I want to make sure that I'm able to, I'm a yapper. So when I talk to people, they ask me questions, I want to have the answers. And so in order for me to do that, I need a network, and I got to keep talking because I want to tell people, hey, this is what I discovered. My daughter has trained with this person, or we visited this camp or whatever. And that'll be helpful to them. Scholarship, colleges, who has a great program, who's dwindling out, what coach left. Like, I stay on top of all of that. And not just for my daughter, but for conversational purposes. Like, I don't want to be like, I don't want my daughter to know more than I know when it comes to the sport, because she turns around and asks me, hey, mom, what do you think about this? And I'll tell her, hey, well, I read up on this and this person left for that. And I just want to know. I like to know things.
Right, but I'm sorry there, but let me chime in here. It's okay that they know more than you. It's all right.
Oh yeah.
Because,
and there's been times.
Like my boys up in Florida right now, there's times where they come to me and we have a discussion, and I was like, I didn't think of it that way. So it's a learning process for all of us. So it's okay if she does know a little bit more, because then she's also helping you out as well to better.
Absolutely.
Okay.
I think that's where some parents and some coaches sometimes can drop the ball, not having the ability to be open to learn something new from somebody, not having the ambition or the drive to do the research, because these are things that our kids need. Our kids need to know what the fundamentals of this and that is. They need to know the proper stance. They need to know the best way to close out. They need to know these type of things. And as a coach, what I did in the beginning was I did all the research. I wasn't a fan of soccer, but that's what my kids wanted to play.
Mm-hmm.
So I found all the talking points to make kids a good individual player, and then found some things to make them good team play. And what I did was I implemented those drills. And then in order to keep things fair and even, what I did is I told my children, my name isn't Dad. My name is Coach, because I don't want any other kids on the team to feel like, oh, well, I'm
right. Got to separate it.
Pros.
Second place.
I think
this kid's dad is on the team. All I could do is what I could do, but if you can take yourself and your ego, man, out of it and get as much information that you would want your kid to have, and then just give that to everybody else. And then before you know it, your team is gonna win from that.
For sure. I do want to clarify, I'm fine with not knowing everything. I just like to know everything, by the way. But also I do absolutely encourage my daughter to find responses elsewhere, because different perspectives are needed. And people who are like in it have more of a perspective than I do. Even though, yes, I have her best interests and I have some knowledge, I don't think that I know I don't have all the answers. So I do encourage her, and I would encourage any athlete to go outside of their comfort zone to get those responses.
Yeah, no, that's all right. Listen, we all had a beginning point. I mean, like again, 2010, like I played this sport for many years, football, basketball for many years. And as far as putting that name coach in front of me was done at the YMCA, because we had a horrible coach teaching our kids.
Get him out of here.
Right, he got to go. Right. So I'm saying to you is that, like, right now you're in the beginning stages. I mean, so just keep learning. I mean, that book I sent you, Keep Chopping Wood. I mean, and it's in a different term right now, but you keep getting better. You understand?
Yeah.
You start learning the game more. Because like right now, you more than the game than all of us on the pod right now. You know, we can learn from you about it.
I'm considering, listen, I'm so psychotic. I'm considering like training for flag football just so I can understand the field a little more.
But not even that. That she sounds like fun. Let us know so we can watch you.
But, no.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
No way.
No, but real talk, like go to the coaches. I mean, talk to them. Have conversations. Pick their brain. That's what we did. You know what I mean? Again, my story is so it's neat, because I've been really blessed. Some awesome kids, and I'm sure all you guys that have y'all blessed kids. But what I'm saying is that my kids been trained by professional players, down from like Maya Stoudemire, Chucky Atkins, Marquise Daniels. All these guys had a hand on my kids. So while I'm there, I know the game, but I never played in the NBA. So it's like, okay, this is my opportunity to ask those questions. You see what I'm saying? So so don't listen. You're talking like me. Be good. Ask the questions. If a coach don't want to sit down and actually talk the game with you, then I'll question him because any
Right.
coach that I sat down, they love the game that much. They love to sit there and talk with somebody.
No,
I mean,
I definitely
and
have no problem asking questions. I talk to every coach. Like I want to know everything. So I'm a yapper.
not only
So
playing, you might after you play and you learn a little bit more, you might want to be a
yeah.
coach too. Then teach
Yeah.
some girls.
I did it for fun. Like when my daughter did NFL flag, I did it for fun. Like I would say, I don't really think I was coaching, even though I was considered a coach. I was more of a glorified motivational cheerleader, is what
Hey,
I
there's
would
some
like to
coaches
call
like
myself.
that.
Because
That's
I
all
didn't,
right.
it was so early in the game that I didn't know what was what. Like I didn't know no calls. I didn't know defense. I didn't know offense. I just knew pull the flag, throw the ball, catch it, get yards, get a touchdown, pick six, like literally basic stuff. You know, now that I've been in the game for like so long, I'm like, wow, I'm really like catching on. Like they had their defense as whatever code name they use. But
You'd be surprised once somebody starts breaking it down to you. You'd be surprised how easy it is to learn how to. I haven't done flag football, but regular football, it's simple.
there's
Look,
just
It's
so many more
literally
things
X's
to
and
keep
O's.
track
It's
of.
literally X's and O's. No,
look, one of the cheat codes that help me understand things like nickel and dime defenses is go to your Madden video game.
but that's the regular football. But I get
But
listen.
if you go through the tutorial of the Maddens, he's going
Yeah, but
Madden
that's
break it all
not.
the
But
way
this is
down.
flag football, man.
I'm gonna have to find that on YouTube because I don't have the only gaming system I have is Nintendo Switch. So, and
Yeah,
I
Okay.
but
play
do they
Mario
even have
Kart.
a flag football game?
No, there's no.
No, on Nintendo, that's all fun in the game.
Wait, what'd you say? You
I
say
don't think.
Do
I
they
don't
even
think.
have a flag football game?
I don't think so. I think
no,
we have like the. No.
not yet,
No,
guys.
I mean, so
Everything
your
is
best
still
option is
developing.
YouTube.
What,
What's
Ron?
the
You should patent that.
No, listen, I got your back. You patent it. This is yours. This is your
well,
baby.
first we need to find out this. Are the coverages and the things like that the same from flag
Nah,
to
because
regular football?
it's more
So
man
wait,
on man,
tell me what?
right?
No, it's not always man. It's zone.
Really?
So it's either
Yeah.
man or zone.
Mm-hmm.
And flag
So
Exactly.
football.
yes, and it
Yeah.
depends on where they are on the field and
Yeah.
how good the team is for them
Yeah.
to call whichever defense.
That's that same difference between if you're going to run a nickel package or a dime package. If you're going
See,
to have
you lost me.
four linebackers in the box, you're going to have five of them in the box.
Yeah. So here's another thing. Here's another thing that you guys might not know. So there's fives and there's sevens for flag football. So high school and college typically plays sevens. But professionally, like the USA teams and Germany and Brazil, all of them, they play fives. So
Oh, wow.
there's a difference in the size of the field and the speed of the game.
Oh yeah.
So does the five or sevens include wide receivers and tight ends versus not having those players? Is that
I guess they're all skilled players.
So let me explain. There's a center, there's a quarterback, slot left, slot right, wide, wide left.
so,
So
Yeah,
basically, they're all
sounds cool.
skilled players outside of the center.
so that's similar to passing league.
Say
So
that
let me
again.
ask you: so does the center is the center able to go out for passes?
For sure.
Yeah. So they're all skilled players then. Skilled
Yeah,
players
yeah.
like wide receivers, tight ends.
I think the difference for the positions is the routes that they run.
Right,
Like
the route.
wide usually runs further routes.
Right.
Where like in the middle slots will run like hooks or short routes like that.
Right.
Over the middle. Then you get your tight ends involved.
So we're gonna jump on King, man. Where you at, King?
That's
You all
cool,
quiet
man.
over
I'm
there.
here.
He said that's cold, man.
I say I'm here. I'm here.
Oh.
I'm here.
Yeah.
So with me, it's what RASI means to me in the sense of it's like I will not just Ron as my neighbor, but we clicked from the first day we met, and I just was always admired how he is with his family and his kids, and it reminds me of me and my dad and how I want to be with my kids. And how he was a coach. And it was like there was something I was thinking about as well because I wanted to be a coach because I know there are kids that are like me to where like we are good at everything, but just like our egos get in the way sometimes. So it's like I figure I could have a different view of it because I was that guy where we're in the middle of a game. Coach tell us hold the ball, but the person playing defense on me is a friend, baiting me to shoot it. I shoot it, make the shot. Coach is pissed, took me off the game, and play the rest of the game. And I just want to change that with kids because I know it could really hurt us.
For
Because it,
sure.
Right.
it hurt me. I ended up doing those sports and do boxing, but it was a conflict at the time in school because my dad wanted me to box, but I wanted to play ball. And it wasn't no like let's do both type of thing.
Right.
Mm.
It was either or
Was
other.
it
Yeah.
around the same time where the sports around the same time? That makes sense.
So yeah, we end up being. So it's just more that I just want to give my advice on what probably I would do and wouldn't do in these predicaments because I felt like, well, I feel like I could have been way further in sports than what I am right now
But you know what,
because I
Keith?
was really good. I could have been swimming, could have been baseball, track and field, like it could have been whatever. But my ego was just like, I'm too good. I don't need to train. Meet you at the finish line.
Mm-hmm.
You,
And
you have four beautiful children in your household right
yeah.
now, brother.
And they
You
showed
know what I
me
mean?
all the stuff that I have. So
Yeah.
it's like I felt like I came across the right people to be like, okay, I know I get this can be a good proper guidance for the path
Yes,
that I
sir.
want to go with mine.
That's right. Right.
And
And the thing, man, that I found about coaching, the more stuff that you learn as a coach, that you introduce to these kids, then they feel as if, okay, I'm learning something. And if you show them, the value of being in your company, I think it's easy to help the kids see and learn. For me, it is. I don't judge them. I don't over critique them. I mean, and like you said, being a glorified cheerleader, that's part of the job too because you want to encourage them so that you can get that behavior repeated. So you do have to do that. That's part of the task too. It is in the job description. So between that and just wanting them to learn and just giving it to them. And the thing that I think that really works for me is I try to break things down to kid language. A lot of us want to really give the kids, hey, listen, close out with the intensity of a Wolverine. But the kids ain't gonna understand all that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So,
yeah.
we have to break things down to hey, listen, do you understand the difference between 40% and 90%? Okay,
That
well,
is
look.
so crazy. I was just talking to my daughter's coach about that because he also trains like adults. And one of the adults that he trains made it to World Flag Series and plays at the end of this month in Tampa. And one thing I observed is that while they're training, yes, they're giving it 100%, 100%, 100%. And then because they're older, like my daughter, she can go 100% if she really wants to every single rep because they have different lung capacities. They have the agility, their ankles don't swell up, those
Stamina
types of
level.
things.
Mhm.
So they have those advantages. And so I think that what works for that generation is that they communicate like I'm going 70. So then the QB knows when to throw the ball at what speed because this person's only running at 70%. They ran 100% the last 5 routes. They're toning it down just to catch their breath, but they're still getting the work in. And I just like that you mentioned that. So I wanted to touch on that. But Keem, I wanted to ask you, what do you coach? You said that you
No,
learned.
I say I don't, but I want to. Like that's
Oh,
something
well,
I
what would
inspire
you
to
like
do.
to coach?
If basketball, but then it's also I don't know what this part of coaching is to where like it's more I guess you could call it development to where I just want to see if I could get them before they ego get them.
Right.
Mm.
More in a like
That's
therapeutic way type of
that's a
thing.
word. Clock it. Clock it.
I don't know, bro. I think that's a tree you might not want to bark up because you don't know what the home life is like. You don't know what
Yeah.
mom and dad is instilling in them. Mom
So
and dad might be some extremists and
but
and they might be pouring into them to be hype and be about
right.
it. And
But where did
But
you start?
balance.
You started at home, right? You started with your girls. Okay. I started with my kids. I mean, with
Yeah.
all the knowledge. So that's where I think Keem is looking at is to try to get that knowledge with his kids first, and then he'll learn how to pull that over into the next, to start, giving it into the community.
well, this
You know
is
what
well. Then what I would recommend is to do the research on what the coaches are doing, what the coaches are
Right.
giving, what the
Right.
coaches are saying. And as you go down that road, investigating what the coaches are saying, doing, and telling, you start to understand, okay, I see what they're giving. So then you can give the same thing,
Right.
and then as you start giving them like the proper way to dribble the basketball, keep the fingers wide, fingertips only, snap the wrist. Well, all those things come from your research on how to properly dribble,
Right.
on how to properly pass, on how to properly catch. And then all that stuff that you learn, now you're just taking that bottle and you're just pouring it on them.
I see what you're saying, Coach T. I think my perspective is that what's gonna make you stand out, like basically what I took from what you said is that you want to do development, which is like more of a mental thing. So like ego is a mental thing, like, oh, I got this, like how you were saying, like you didn't have to work out because you just knew you were fast. And so in order for you to get through that kid, yes, it's good for you to do the research and know how they're being trained or what they need, so that way you can fulfill those needs. But I feel like how you were saying, Coach T, being able to meet them where they are and communicating with them on their level and things like that, I think that there's like levels to it, right? So there's like fundamentals, there's development, there's mental development, there's IQ development. So there's levels to it. And I feel like your kids are going to be your best like students. That's like Ron was saying, that's the best place to start. Number one, they're going to love you regardless, and they're going to give it to you straight. So like if they don't like something, you're just like, this one works for this one, but not the other one. And so that's where you get the change of pace, different personalities.
Well, we have one of the students on here, right? Ronald, like I hate to put it like this. I keep saying it every chance I get, but he was my guinea pig. He was my oldest. And I learned what to do and not to do with him. And then with AJ, I knew what to do. And down all the way to my youngest got the best of me because by the time he came around, I had it all down packed on what to do and not to do. So that's what I'm saying, T. Like, you're right. You're 1000% correct when you say you got to meet them, like what Bianca was saying here. But like your biggest assets, I want to call it, are your children, because you can pour all of that into them. And trust me, it's about trial and error, brother. Even with coaching, when I first T, let's talk about it. When we first started coaching out there on the sideline, and Ronald could laugh, he laughing, he over there laughing. I'm a hyper dude. Everybody knows
he's having flashbacks. He's having flashbacks.
I'm a hyper guy. You know what I mean? So in playing football, and I was a DB. So I was back there. So I had to make sure I called out and people had to hear me. So my voice carries. So I'm in the gym. People think I'm sitting there yelling at the kid, but I'm not. I just want to make sure the kid hear me. So I was that dude, like, come on, move that left, right, blah, 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 whatever. Move your feet, do this, blah, blah. And people are like, yo, that guy's crazy, right? Like, I had one player come to me, hey, coach, you think you might want to calm down. These are little kids.
You're not alone. No. You are not alone. I've been on the sideline going absolutely nuts. So much so that the ref was like, hey, I'm going to need you to stay behind the 20. I said, all right.
Right.
You got it.
Look,
right.
Hey, look, I'm going to keep it real with you. I'm going to tell you what that is, man.
Passion. It's passion.
That's all it is. What it is our knowledge of what they need to do. It just comes out. We're trying to convey it to them. And unfortunately, a lot of these other folks just don't know.
Don't know. Exactly. But in hindsight, as I got older, you learn how to call the timeouts. Or when there's a break in the game, to pull the kid over to be like, hey, this is what you could do on that play. You remember that?
That is so important. That is so important.
It really is.
Right? Like, I feel like you have to do that in the moment, because that same play, like if you don't address it in that moment, it's going to happen again. And they're going to be like, they can go down by like 3 points or whatever, like I guess in basketball.
Right.
So I like that you said that.
What I would say it starts even before that. I say it starts in practice.
For sure.
As a matter of fact, what I used to do, I used to hate the fact that my kids watch SpongeBob. But what I did was I would sometimes eavesdrop on some of their little.
And they're like, I gotta turn it off.
So what I would do is I would use some of the stupidness that I would hear from SpongeBob, and I'm gonna equate that to the game. I'm gonna equate that to this drill. Because see, you understand that foolishness, don't you? Okay, well, I'm finna make this connection right here so you can understand the same way.
That is so
Right.
good.
Thing, these children are not as there's not as much of a deficit as we really give it to them.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like if we give them the benefit of the doubts and pour a little bit more on their plate, they'll show you that they can handle some of this stuff.
Listen, I got to keep picking on my man right here. Keem got a 3-year-old.
I'm literally here thinking about him right now as
Listen,
y'all talking. Say,
the
man, y'all don't
listen,
even
I
know what I
love
go
little
through with
man.
these
Let me
little
tell you,
things.
listen, I love all
Oh
his
my
kids. I'm gonna just
God.
spit it out there. I love all his kids, right? But his little one, yo, that is the smartest little kid, 3-year-old.
I'm telling
How
you.
you
I'm
doing?
literally
I
thinking
mean,
about
I
the
think
stuff
that
he
little
be
just
doing
been
around
here
here right
before.
now.
He's been here before, bro.
I'm telling you.
Like he'll hold a whole conversation with you. And I'm like, dude, you 3? Like he just turned 3.
Oh, I
So
love
like,
that.
so what T is saying, dude, like don't underestimate what you can teach these kids. Like if you can get them now, do it now. Start talking to them and see what they understand, what they retain, and then start showing them. You'd be surprised what these kids can learn. I don't. The brain is the strongest muscle in your body.
I'm telling
Are they into any sports now?
My daughter's in cheerleading.
Oh man, she's
Okay.
awesome.
She's 6. She's 6. My 4-year-old, nothing really yet. He just
A
likes
lot
to
of
ride his
running.
bike and stuff like that. But my third one, the youngest, he like basketball.
Mm,
He be up here, he'll be upstairs shooting all day on his little room.
Yeah,
that's
that's the
awesome.
one.
And then my oldest, I got a 11-year-old. I can't get him to do no sports.
And happy you mentioned
And
that.
he want to make video games.
Yup.
He wants to go golfing. He wants different things.
Golfing is a sport.
Mhm. No,
It's
Yeah.
It's an expensive sport, but it is a
It's a
sport.
sport.
I'm
Just not the
sorry.
sport of that I would have liked.
Listen, I'm sorry. Hey,
It's a
I'm gonna
Golfing
good
get
4 or
I'm gonna get
5
sport
pinged on this.
sports ahead of that
Golf
for
is not
golfing
me.
a
is a
sport,
sport
bruh.
and it's very popular in Florida. Don't sleep
Right,
on
because you
golfing.
got 90-year-olds hitting the ball
Yes,
and going to
it's
look for
a
it.
But
bunch
what?
of
But
old people.
golfing is an amazing networking sport. It's one of the best sports I feel that players can network at. So even like, I don't know if you guys see like NFL players on their spare time, they go golfing. Probably never knew anything
It's
about
a place to
golfing.
go relax, kick back.
Yes,
You don't
I
have to
know, but
use your brain.
it's a
Listen,
networking sport is what I'm trying to say.
Okay.
like
But if
what-
if your son loves golfing, listen, we'll start fundraising for him if he's really because I know it's pricey. Everything is pricey. We'll
Right.
bake
So-
some
Hey,
cookies.
listen, hey, yeah, I'm a very outside the box coach. Look, I would take that golf player right in there to the mini golf. We finna work on
Yeah.
the putts. Putt,
Okay,
That's
you
everything
watching
we
way
need
too
going.
many Happy Gilmore, bro.
That's cool. We with that.
Here we
Look, and then
go.
after that, we going to the driving range over there off of
Okay,
417.
now you're talking. We go to the driving range, bro.
Yeah.
Hey, guess what? But that putting game is actually more important than that drive game.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay, T's talking like he been golfing for
Yeah,
17
you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I got
Yeah.
buddies that do tournaments and stuff like that. So I got a little bit of inside game on it.
oh man.
But that's how I know it's expensive. That's how I know that putt game. Because what's gonna happen is when you're at these putt little miniature golf places, you're actually learning touch.
Yep.
You're actually learning how to control
That's true.
your ball.
That
See,
is
guess
true.
what?
That's true.
We're
That is
there.
so true.
We're there.
Man, dropping knowledge over here, T. Look at this.
Listen, bro,
I never thought about that. You're learning how to feel the ball.
because that's
to
exactly
curve
what
it
you're
right
doing.
and stuff.
You see all the obstacles. You see it's real tight right here, but once you get past that point, okay, so let me fix this shot to get it right in the middle. You gotta. I like chess, so I have to make all these calculations in order to see what's the next best move or what's 2 moves ahead of here and what's gonna happen if I do that. You know,
I
it's
might
just
be a good
critical
golfer
thinking.
then.
Say what?
I might be a good golfer because I never lose in miniature golf.
Nah, you too
All
bad.
right.
I'm just saying. That's a challenge. Hey, I'm throwing it out there. That's a challenge.
He said he's
You
challenging you.
getting this ball out the
I'm
water.
challenging everybody. What do you mean?
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
That's-
you gotta dilute that. He don't
Wait,
want to
okay. So you taking your son to Top Golf this weekend?
Not this weekend, but we could plan something as a RASI Sports event.
Oh, that would be
You
good.
see how she tried to change that though? No, we going back to that challenge, bro. Like
The challenge. We can have a little. We all bring
hey,
one
that's
kid.
what I'm saying. Hey,
That
we
would be
all live.
fun.
I mean, T lives
We
way
could go to
West
top, well,
Bubblehead.
not
I don't
top
know, but
golf, but we could go to the
yo, we can
miniature
do
golf
this.
place.
Mini golf is my speed.
Listen,
Yeah,
Everybody
Orlando.
we can
bring
do
one
this.
kid and see who win.
Look,
I think I'm gonna
Yeah.
win.
between Kissimmee, Orlando, and North Orlando, they got miniature golf all over the place.
All right,
All
Oh
over
my
the
gosh,
place.
192 has like 5 in a
Exactly.
1 mile radius.
Right. So we can give out these whoopings all day.
And
We're gonna
wait till
stop
you
here at
see.
1 o'clock. Stop over there by 3. Make sure we grab some nuggets on the way.
That's right.
And
That's
get back
right.
for the pod at 8.
Exactly. That's funny.
Oh
Yeah,
man, so where you at, son? Where you at, Ronald? Where you at?
Look, he over there taking notes. His jumper still got
Yeah.
she got a little way to go.
Information really. It's like taking it.
Oh,
But,
man,
you
Ed,
know,
you don't have to wait.
But man, the best advice I can really give is if you're a coach and you want to be a good coach, give the children the same advice that you would give your kid.
I don't know.
Listen,
I don't know.
I'm gonna tell
No.
my child.
No,
I'm
you
gonna
can't
tell
say
my
that.
child. Let me ask
Listen,
you something.
because not all parents are good parents.
I
And
agree.
okay, now be careful.
But if you want to train your kid, if you want to coach your kid, the best way to do that is really to give your kid all the information, all of it. If it means trying to understand why you do the crossover, we need to have a conversation about why we do the crossover. Understanding is going to give you all the results. Like one of the things that I love about AJ's game, like you can see AJ, he'll come down the court and let's say he'll do a left hand layup. Let's say he gets blocked. You can actually see him come down the floor the next time, do the same move, and then he's going to make the adjustment and then throw the ball a little bit higher.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that court awareness, that basketball IQ, all of that comes from you giving your children all the information. If you don't sit down there and articulate why we're doing what we're doing, it's just like telling the kid, hey, shut up and be quiet.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody wants to know why.
Right.
Every human wants to understand why things are happening. So if we're giving these kids the tools that they need, that's another thing. My kids used to watch this little cartoon where this little boy had a toolbox. And all the tools inside the box would talk and interact with him.
Manny?
Look, we got a fan. Look, Ronald showing his age.
So hard. I'm like, what is it?
Manny, that's his name. Manny the builder or something like that.
Dang, how young is he? How young is he?
I'm gonna look up that Manny show when we get off this call.
I don't know nothing about Manny.
Another
You
one
tapped
was
in with Manny
Jordan.
King?
No,
Yeah,
I said I
another
don't know
one was
nothing
Jordan
about
Explorer.
Manny. I need to, I guess.
Yeah.
Listen, we need
Bob
to take
Builder,
the programming that our kids are exposed to. We need to use that programming in our best interest. Dora used to tell my kids, hey, buckle up for safety.
Right.
All right, cool. Y'all get in the car. Hey, guess what? Just like Dora said, buckle up for safety. At that. The positive reinforcement is already there. You sit them in front of a game and have them listen to some games. You learn the game before you, man, this thing is easy. I'm ready to take over the world. Let's cover something.
That's right.
You know what's the problem right now, though? It's like with these young kids, it's like I just be fighting with them just to watch cartoon. All they want to do is go on YouTube and watch Vines and Vines all day. And even down to my 3-year-old. My 3-year-old go in my room, no matter how much time you yell at him or tell him don't.
There's
he's still gonna go straight there, turn it on. As soon as you walk in there, I don't trouble, leave.
Well,
but he's still gonna do it no matter what. This
is not an endorsement. This is not a sponsor because they're not sponsoring this program. But there's this.
But they could.
They could.
They could.
There's a product called the Panda Drum, and what it is, it's a drum that has a specific tuning to it. Most music that we hear is tuned to like 440 hertz. They have different healing tones that are like 452 hertz. Where this Panda drum is pre-toned, and it gives the ability for these kids to create music or tone that connect with them, and it helps them disconnect from the screen, So I would look into the Panda drum.
I also want to give a recommendation. One thing I saw on video was that the shows that the kids watch now are like for quick satisfaction. So their attention span is not how it used to be because of the colors, of the speed of the show. Like, everybody, come on, let's go. Like, super fast. Whereas like the Bernstein Bears, or like those shows back in the day, like Miss Frizzle, like the Magic School Bus, the girl, the clown with the clock, like they were all very patient. Mr. Rogers, they were just sitting down speaking, and kids would learn a lot, and the tempo of the show was much slower, and the colors weren't so bright that they were like, ooh, like blazing pretty much. And so maybe if you want to start with those kinds of shows, or like maybe detach them from that, just put it on and like seem excited about it, and then maybe they'll also be like, well, what is he so excited about? I want to know what's going on. And they'll get a little interested.
Sometimes you got to deliberately program our children.
Well, I'm gonna say all those are great ideas and great suggestions, right? But I'm a little more old school than that.
Just beat them,
Just beat them.
No, you stupid, man. I got my fair share, but nah. But no, all jokes aside, like the best teacher is actually just going outside.
Yep.
No, real talk. Like the best suggestion that I can give a parent that is trying to get their kid away from that streaming apps and television and all that, take them outside to the park. I mean, that's a lost art. And I'll take it back, like what Randy was saying, pilometrics and stuff like that. We paying for trainers and stuff. We didn't have that back in the day, right? We went to the park and we were pulling up on the sleds and slides and seesaws and all that. We was getting all of that work in. We didn't even realize it. And we was having fun. I mean, play those crazy games that we used to play back then.
Board games, board games too. Jenga,
board games,
Mandala.
right? Exactly. Do things like that. Get them away from that television and those video games, man. And get them outside, because listen,
arts and crafts.
Listen, exactly. Like so.
I did all that.
I mean,
stuff.
all those suggestions. Like I said, I'm not knocking them, but I just think like just plain old going outside, having fun, and don't send them outside. You go outside with them.
And these are, I want to say, these are all great suggestions, but all of them are suggestions for you to try. You should try everything, because again, each kid has a different personality. One may like one thing, the other one may like another thing. So use all of it and see what sticks to which kid, and boom, that's it. No more iPad.
I'm gonna be real with you. I think technology is killing my brain. I can't remember a phone number anymore.
What?
What's up with that?
No, we don't do that over here. We know 911.
Well, I know that number.
Oh, man, wait.
No, listen, I just asked my daughter the other day. It's so funny, because I was like, aside from my phone number, who else's number do you by heart? She was like, nobody. I'm like, you need to learn yourself at least 2 more phone numbers, because what if I don't pick up? Like, obviously, an emergency, don't call me first. But if I don't pick up, who's the next in line that you trust? Or if I'm not reachable, who's somebody that you can call that might be able to reach me or is within my capacity?
Right.
Like, that's very important. I'm sorry for you, Ron. You should probably start working.
Yeah, Ron, that's enough.
One of the things that speaking on how Ron was talking about going outside, if you remember, we used to play kickball.
I love kickball.
Big rubber balls, go to a baseball diamond, roll it down there at the home plate, man, have them kick it and try to make it to first base. And then you try your best, man, to knock their head off with that plastic rubber ball. Oh, man, that's a good time.
Y'all ever played handball?
Hey, come on now, of course.
Yeah.
The handball king right here. What's going on?
We had something different in LA. We had this game called Suicide.
Oh, Suicide too? You throw it on the wall?
Yep, and if you catch it and hit the ground, well, you in trouble until you touch that wall.
You got to run the wall and call booties or something like that. You get smashed with that ball. You had that in New York too. Come on now.
I played handball right at Oak Ridge.
That's why these generations are so different, bro. We had games like that.
Oh, wait, I got one for y'all. Double Dutch.
Oh yeah.
Come on, man.
I watched a lot of it. I didn't get down though.
No, that's okay. Those were the times.
What?
Those were the times. I'm still trying to get that back. I'm like, can we bring it to the cookout? Y'all don't got nothing? Hey.
Yeah. Oh man, yeah.
I really don't know. Double Dutch, what's that? When you jump in the squares, or it's 2 jump?
It's 2 jump rope.
Yeah. Why you laughing?
Yeah, because he said the 4 squares. That's a game called 4 square.
It's a game called 4 squares.
No, and it's 2, 1, 2. I don't know. They mix it up.
Hopscotch.
Oh, hopscotch. I'm talking about hopscotch.
Yeah.
My bad.
That is
Yeah.
funny.
Oh,
No,
man.
that was a vibe.
Yeah,
It
man,
was.
so
See, I'm a little older than you guys. There was a game called Skelly. Have you ever played Skelly? It's a top
I heard
game.
that before. What's
Yeah,
the
it's a top game. You get like 13 boxes, a big old square, and you get like different boxes and squares, and you got to hit a top in the square.
Oh,
And
you used to put the little wax in the
get wax.
hey, you took me back. Okay, opening my
See, you're a
brain.
New Yorker. See, I'm glad you
Yeah.
looked that up. That's right.
Yeah, that's crazy. Oh my, I forgot what it was called, but yup.
Yeah.
Let me on that.
that sounds similar to marbles that we was doing in LA.
No, but
I
we
was
did
about to
have
say,
marbles
that sound
too.
like
We did have
marbles.
marbles too.
That's
He owned. Hey, I'll take your favorite marble, bro.
But gentlemen and ladies, we chopped it up pretty well today, fellas and ladies.
Very
Yeah, so it's great to get to really sit down and talk to you guys and just to really get to know where your minds are at and where y'all want to be headed in your future. And
for sure.
we as long as we stay together and keep trying to raise each other up, I think we can make this move forward a long way
got a strong little
and give out
unit.
a lot of
Strong little
information.
unit.
That's
Yeah.
what I say, you son.
Definitely, definitely want to give out a lot of information to all the viewers.
Oh,
Well, look, I just want to tell all the viewers, be sure to like, be sure to subscribe. If you have any questions or comments, be sure to drop them, either on the Instagram page, drop them on the YouTube channel. We're looking for some engagement. Take
yeah.
some of your questions, and maybe that might be one of our next shows. Or maybe your comment or your question may spark the next subject that we tackle. So,
Or you can go to rasisports.fl@gmail.com.
There you go. We got an email now.
There you go. Your
Dear
boy had to
senior
remember the
citizen.
email.
Oh my God.
and look, we're putting ourselves in the running for the #1 father and son podcast in the universe.
Right. That's right.
Too
All right.
funny.
Don't be looking nervous, Ronald. He's like, wait, the whole universe?
Oh man. Nah, we good. We good. Much respect, everybody. Much respect.
This was good. This was good. Thank y'all.
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am.
When did you get that together?